Hey folks, welcome to Testing Hacks. In this video, we will see some of the Java interview questions that are quite tricky. Before we begin, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. And these questions seem to be simple, though, but when asked in the interview, these seems to be kind of tricky questions. So let's begin and understand. What is the difference between JDK and JRE? The full form of JDK is Java Development Kit, wherein the full form of JRE is Java Runtime Environment. JDK is a software development kit where JRE is a software bundle that allows Java program to run. JDK contains tools for developing, debugging, etc., whereas JRE contains class libraries and other supporting files. JDK comes with installer. On the other hand, JRE only contains the environment to execute the source code. And the second question is, what is Java Virtual Machine? Java Virtual Machine or the JVM is an engine that provides runtime environment to drive the Java code or application. It converts Java bytecode into machine language. JVM in Java is responsible for allocating the memory space as well. And here comes the third question. Can we write main method as public void static instead of public static void? And the answer is yes. We can change the order of public static void main to static public void main in Java. The compiler doesn't throw any compile time error or the runtime error. We can declare access modifier in any order, but the method name should come last and the return type comes second to the last, and then after it's our choice. What are the main principles of object oriented programming language? First is abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. What is an object in OOPS? Object is an instance of a class. An object is nothing but self-contained component which consists of methods and properties to make a particular type of data useful. For example, bag and table. These are the objects in the real world too. What is the default value of local variables? These kind of questions the interviewer might ask you to confuse. So answer is there is no default value for local variables. So local variables should be declared and an initial value should be assigned before the first use. What is the default value of static variable? For int, the default value is 0. For string, it is null. And for boolean, it is false. What is constructor? A constructor in Java is a special method that is used to initialize the object. The constructor is called when an object of the class is created. And here are some of the rules while creating a constructor. Constructor or the constructors of a class must have same name as the class name in which it resides. A constructor in Java cannot be abstract, final, static, and synchronized. Access modifiers can be used in constructor declaration to control its access, that is, which other class can call that particular constructor. What are the different types of constructors? One is no argument constructor. A constructor that has no parameter is known as default constructor or no argument constructor. For example, test t1 is equal to new test. So this is same as normal object creation where there is no argument. And next is parameterized constructor. A constructor that has parameters is known as parameterized constructor. If you want to initialize fields of the class with your own values, then use a parameterized constructor. For example, test t1 is equal to new test of, here we are passing the parameters while creating an object 1 comma testing. What is the value returned by constructor in Java? So the answer is constructor does not return any value. Can we inherit a constructor? And the answer is constructors are not members, so they cannot be inherited by subclass. But the constructor of the superclass can be invoked from the subclass. Which class in Java is superclass of other classes? And the answer is object. What is the object cloning? Object cloning is a way to create an exact copy of an object. Clone is a method of an object class is used to clone an object. What is the difference between static method and the instance method? Instance method. Instance method are the methods which require an object of its class to be created before it is called. To invoke an instance method, we have to create an object of the class in within which it is defined. And here is an example. So this is an instance method where it does not have any keyword like static. So you can see that public void test, it is a normal instance method. And when it comes to static method, static methods are the methods in Java that can be called without creating an object of the class, and they are referenced by the class name itself or reference of the object of that class. For example, so public static void test. Here it is defined with the static keyword, so which means that this is a static method. And the last question is it allowed to overload main method in Java? And the answer is yes. We can overload the main method in Java, but when we execute the class JVM start execution with public static void main with this default parameter which is string argument method. So for example, so this is a normal public static void main and we have overloaded the same method with different set of argument. So this is how we can perform overloading to the main method. But still the JVM start the execution with the string argument itself. So this is about Java interview questions part 1. If you like this video, please do like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.